how often do you agree with something or even glorify it without being aware that it's actually going against what God's asked you to do?
When did we start labeling humility as a weakness, when the Bible tells us to humble ourselves and to learn of him because he is meek and lowly? When did kindness and tenderness become optional? When Ephesians clearly tells us, be kind and tenderhearted. When did softness become laughable? When the word says a gentle and quiet spirit is of great worth in God's sight. That has never changed. Culture did. But if you want to be a woman who pleases the Lord, watch out. Because rebellion isn't loud at first. It's subtle. It starts as curiosity, but the quiet intent to question and undermine the truth of God's word. And before you know it, you are clapping for messages that contradict everything you say you believe. Be careful.
She's so soft spoken as well, like.
Yeah, seemed like one of those other type of videos. First of all, where she was enunciating and everything, but there's a lot.
What do you mean? What other video?
It was. Gonna put it on me. I didn't want to say it. The way she was talking, like, obviously, it seemed like it was ASMR, bruv. You've seen them ASMR clips. The way she was saying it, but I'm just trying to focus on what she's saying as well. But I'm hearing that obviously she's very particular about making sure she's enunciating the end of her words. She's getting those words out very clearly. Like, there's two sides to it, innit? I think on one side she's really being thoughtful and careful about how she's presenting what she's presenting, and yeah, she's quite articulate, innit? She's very articulate. So yeah.
All right, what do you guys think about what she was saying in that clip?
Yeah, man. I think she's on point. I think it's so easy to start, like the loudest one in the room can appear right, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So if a lot of the times when people are like talking and bringing forth ideas, especially when that idea is so satisfying to the flesh, you might not be the one saying it, but it could be so easy to support that idea. You know what I mean? And I guess that's probably what she's advising, in it. She just be careful that you're not supporting ideologies that go against what God's asked you to do. God's asked you to be soft, and you're out there loud, and you get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't need no man. I want them to come for me and that, but you gotta say, it's like a lot of people like will, like they will just go for ideologies that don't glorify what God's basically telling you to do, but because someone else is saying it with a loud voice and it appears like it's the right thing, people end up supporting it. You know what I mean? We see it regularly in the world today, I guess. So I guess it's just a warning, in it, on her behalf.
It's mad, like, culture is a subtle experience, and over time, I guess we see the impacts of it. The first time you do whatever it is, I don't know, like you eat a particular type of food at home, you eat that food, and then over time you realize that this is the type of food you like the most. It's impacted you, it's affected you in that way, and down to the type of clothes you wear or whatever it may be. And the enemy has weaponized culture in such a way that he can, again, as she said, bring those very subtle likes, dislikes, things, and people will just kind of practice them very subtly, not acknowledging that, one cigarette here, one cuss word here, one swear word here, those things will gradually morph into something that is what it should not be. So it's powerful when you hear a person really just present the word of God plainly to you, And when you've got an open heart to really hear it, it can really tackle you. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of what she was saying is just, it's rich and it's powerful. You think about the world today and how the world desires us to be in direct opposition to what God calls of us. And it sounded like to me she's talking to women specifically. She did mention, obviously, the master talking about being lowly and the like. And I think there's a place for different behaviors and different mannerisms, but the world has made it as such that we just, desire to be. I think B spoke about this on one video time ago. We were I think it's to do with the music industry, that one rapper and some of the music that he was creating. And B, I think it was B that was making a point about how the world, if it's not debauchery, then it's not cool to the world. And that's a culture. That's how the enemies weaponize culture to make it acceptable to do what's mad and what's wrong. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you guys think, like, obviously we spoke about this before, or let me pose the question. So the question is, do you feel like this message will hit differently because this is a Christian woman sharing this message in comparison to if it was a Christian man sharing this message? And before you answer, I'm just saying that because remember we did the video about the Christian sister who was talking about how you dress in the gym. And I believe I posed the same kind of question there as well. So what do you guys think about that?
I think oftentimes, like, they get targeted. I feel like the flesh is loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
The flesh is loud and oftentimes uneducated. Like, the flesh likes to speak in a place of emotions oftentimes. Because if an individual is not emotionally intelligent and you try to correct them, the first thing they do is defend themselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or they try to defend themselves. Like, so a lot of the times, a lot of the information that's been given out is we just pray that whoever hears, at whatever point in their life, they're at a point where, they can, like, it just hits. Do you know what I mean? It's because oftentimes it's flying over people's heads. And because, like, I always go back to, like, I strongly believe pride comes before fall. Like, so if you see a person who is fallen, oftentimes there's pride there. And if there's pride there, they don't really want to hear what you've got to say in terms of, like, correcting them. Do you know what I mean? It's oftentimes, like, we can't do nothing without God, right? So if you have a person who is willing to listen, it's only because God has enabled them to listen. I guess they responded back. They responded in that. They responded to that reach that God has put out. They're responding back to it. But yeah, oftentimes you see, whether it be a man, whether it be a woman, if it's something that goes against their flesh and they're in the carnal realm kind of thing, yeah, they're probably gonna call it a pick me. I'm probably gonna call it a pick me, just the same way they'll probably attack a man. Just be like, oh, like, yeah. So I don't know. That's my.
Talk to me about that. What's pick me? What's pick me? Talk to me about that for a minute.
It's actually weird. It's like we all desire to be a pick me, but they've almost, like, made it out to be like it's a negative thing, right? So you go back to the job market, you sell yourself so that a job will hire you. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you go out to the dating market, you're selling yourself so that someone will buy whatever it is that you're putting out. Do you know what I mean? But nowadays, it seems like if you stand in a place of correction, then it's looked upon as though it's a negative thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I'm in a place where I'm like, yo, that's wrong. If what the majority is doing, if everyone on social media desires to, I don't know, show themselves in a negative way, and then and I'm a female, for example, yeah, or let me try use it in a male aspects of things. Yeah? No. Oftentimes it's a female thing. So, like, if I'm a female and I'm basically turning around and I'm saying what they're wearing is disgusting. Do you know what I mean? It's why are you showing yourself in that way? It's like, how can you show yourself in that way and expect for a man to to introduce you to their mother. Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the women who are dressed like that will oftentimes turn around and say, "Oh, she's a pick-me," because she's pointing out something
Obvious.
that men, the obvious that men dislike, right? So obviously they'll turn around and call her a pick-me, basically. So yeah,
that's a mad thing. So if they're saying, if a woman, I know we're sidetracking, but if we're heading in a different direction, but if a woman highlights what a man likes, she's waving her hand in the air saying, pick me, because she's in agreement with the man.
Yeah.
And just to give some context as well, she's married, she has children.
Oh, this lady in the video, yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's good though. That's good. Yeah, bruv, like, you know, that it just shows you how broken the world is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the scripture is abundantly clear about, you know, counsel, humility, wisdom, help, assistance, and for a person to reject an individual because they are correcting them, that definitely shows you the depravity of that. I don't care, come from if you like, but that definitely shows you the depravity of that person's mind. Like, you're rebelling and rejecting a person because they disagree with you and agree with someone on the other side of the fence. And flat out, it's right. What they're saying is correct. But because you don't like it, you give them a negative, like, title, tag, name. That's sick, man. That's sick, bro. That just shows you that the world is going left, man. I'm telling you, like society as a whole.
Yeah, in a horrible way, bro. In a horrible way, bro. The place where we are at the moment is actually quite a scary place, bro. It's actually quite a scary place. Yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say, it's like, obviously she's saying the truth in it, and obviously in the context of what she's talking about, she's speaking to women specifically, but Christ is the example for both of us, women and men. So one of the things that it makes me think about is, obviously Jesus says it, like, to follow him, you have to pick up your cross and be willing to put him before everything. So not everything, and the reason he's saying that, obviously based on examples he gives, like someone going out to war and not counting the cost before you go out to battle, or someone building a tower and not counting the cost before they can actually, before to see if they can actually build the thing. It's like, we have to think about what it actually costs to follow what God actually says. And for a lot of women out there who probably hear that sort of message, she's a pastor's wife, by the way. For a lot of people to hear that message as females, Christians more so specifically, right, they will be challenged by it, especially based on what you guys have been saying about, we're living in a world where the world is giving the complete opposite messaging. It's designed in a way by the enemy to contradict all things good and godly. So for a woman to hear in today's day and age, like, be humble, let humility lead you and guide you, they're going to look at that like, or they can look at it, it can be difficult for them to be like, you know, yeah, I need to be humble. I should be humble. I should be lowly and meek. And that's what I said before. It's like, for guys, we have to be humble as well. It's not like we're called not to be humble, we're called to be proud or something. Like, no, we're both called to be humble. It just may look different based on the vantage point we are from a female perspective and a male perspective. But yeah, man, it's like, we have to be willing to forsake and let go of our own beliefs to take on God's beliefs, because his beliefs are better, obviously, and his ways are better and his thoughts are better, etc. So yeah, man, like, we have to be willing in it. That's, I guess, what I'm saying. Like, women, men, as Christians, we have to plant our flag in the ground and be like, look, we're going to be different from the world. We're not supposed to be like the world. So we're not supposed to think the way the world thinks, speak the way the world speaks, like, live the way the world speaks, live the way the world lives, etc. Like, we're supposed to be set apart, and for people to be able to see us and know, like, yes, there's something different about them. They're godly people. They're Christians. And that's supposed to mean and show something. But yeah.
it hits, man. When you say that, obviously she's a pastor's wife or she's in ministry, you might say like it hits because obviously her audience in that sense would be, you know, believing people who maybe reverence the kingdom, reverence the Bible, and in turn are willing to hear truth. Because the powerful thing about what she presented there is, bruv, it's all very straightforward and a simple reality. When you said something really key just now, and when you think about planning for the future, looking forward, counting the cost of what's to come, a lot of people don't evaluate relationships in that way. Like B said a moment ago, they go for the moment, they go for what's happening right now. They jump straight into that experience because feelings, do you know what I'm saying, is what is leading and guiding them. They feel like this is the right person. They feel like this is the right relationship. They feel like they're angry. They feel like they're sad, and they run with those things. But the reality is, when you evaluate, and I mean, just take a moment, step back, and you look at relationships where feelings lead the situation, what's the outcome of that? Like physical abuse, like highs and lows. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? It's never like a constant, you know, successful, significant relationship. They may even go through long periods of highs and long periods of lows, but it's never kind of like a median flow where you've got that average where things are good for the longer term. So it's crazy because church people like have the general sense desire a good life. They desire the things of God, but when it comes to implementing those things, I find that a lot of them operate as though they're in the world and they want to run with that feelings first mindset. So what she said is so straightforward, so clear, so sensible, bro. But people like, and let me talk to my sisters for a minute. Does it make sense, right, for you to be acting, let's just use the term ratchet for a minute, just as an umbrella term? And when I say ratchet, I just mean out of pocket in terms of the ways that are beneficial to your relationship. Does it make sense for you to operate that way? And to my brothers as well, it don't make sense because in a longer term, it doesn't lead to a successful relationship. So, like, I appreciate what she said, man. I appreciate what she said. I appreciate the words, man. It's a lot, man. Bible's got all the answers, man. Bible's got all the answers.
All right, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. It was a short video today, but we'll see you on the next one.